You think we're done. You think we are done, mere mortals. For I know the whole stream document and you don't.
That makes you smarter.
That means I'm smart. And if you can predict my stream, then you're smart too, and I like you. And I'll be nice to you on Twitter.
Yep.
But if you don't, you're a toxic hater. Yeah.
Oh dear. Bit real.
So, was Shadowlands, was it supposed to be? Was it real? That's it. Your mortal minds cannot fathom. To be honest, I mean, I only looked at the stream doc 10 seconds before we went live, literally. Matt handled that while I recorded a video about Dreadlords. Now, was Shadowlands supposed to be like this? Because here, scribbles.
Resting Bunface.
Resting Bunface.
Sorted this out. Big time.
Yeah. And of all the forms of resting face, I'm going to say resting Bunface is one of the best, so
Indeed.
Good on you. Right. So, this is... like, it might take you a little, like a moment to sort of parse what the fuck's going on here. But when it clicks, it just makes your whole... Honestly, I still don't even know what to make of it because it just makes your whole brain go real screwy.
Yeah.
So this is... now, this leaked and probably could have got out, but... this is whenever Pyromancer, I think... did a bunch of tweets and then a video that Blizzard will never forgive him for. Not that matters. He is not doing well anymore.
Yeah.
But you know this leak got very what is the word? This leak was very hush hush, very private forums, and I think after it was brought to attention, it became very big. This leak is a real big thorn in Blizzard's side. Because also, basically the thought is the Rune Carver the jailer, and this is the actual jailer.
Definitely.
And did something change?
Definitely.
There you go. Matt says definitely. I'll end the stream. We're done.
I mean, it makes sense.
Now,
What's the
have a look at this, dude.
the rune about the raw law about things being simple? That one.
Let's take a look at that. So you see the way that see his wee crown? See his wee back floaties? Sort of back floaties there. You know? Makes you think.
Yeah. How did the Primus get captured?
Covered in chains.
Yeah.
It's very much this is the dude they thought they were doing. This dude.
Yep.
And then evidently something changed because instead of this dude, we ended up getting, we basically ended up getting Bane, didn't we?
Yeah.
So to go through, Primus was meant to have Zoval's model, still Runecarver. Primus model would take Venari's place, sending us further into Torghast until we break. This is speculation. Until we break the final bonds of the jailer. The jailer would use that concept art model, and not Venari would be revealed as his projection.
Yep.
Kind of neat idea. But here's the thing, like, what is going on? What does this actually mean? What do you think, Matt?
I think they, for some reason, I don't know what the timeline is for this, but I definitely think they just did a complete turn at the last second for some internal production reason, some story reason, something that maybe they had to cut scope substantially or something like that, or I don't know what. It's hard to say what happened, but it's definitely clear that they had massive turns in what they were planning, because there's so many things that aren't touched, and this is like the biggest one of like you reused assets, turned stuff around. Like, there's so much unanswered about the Primus. Like, the Primus made domination magic, or like, cool. Why'd you do that? Like, just why'd you do that?
Yeah.
The example is the fact that there was no Primus in the cinematic.
Yeah.
Could that have been because they had a cinematic Primus model, but it was the jailer model they wanted to use? So they had to, so they went a bit wrong with that, or, it's. I'm trying to think of exactly what it could mean.
Let me get the rest of the tweets, because there was another, I remember there was another good comparison.
Yeah, I have to scroll back a while.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's so brutally obvious. It's so brutally obvious. I mean, did no one stop and go, why when we break the rune carver free, does he completely change his physical appearance? Like, why would you change his appearance to carve him up when he's bigger now?
And we thought it was something about like losing your sigil, but then everyone else loses their sigil and they don't turn into little gremlins.
Yeah.
So
Little gremlins, yeah.
Right? So that's a bit funky.
Yeah, that's another thing where it's, the Primus was supposed to be this incredibly strong general, victor of 1,000 battles, yet he's an old man and was apparently created as an old man. Like, that works for strategist. That works for, like, wizened old man, like a wizard kind of thing. But it doesn't work so well for, doesn't work very well for just actually the military might of Maldraxxus. Which is where, like, Crexus, as an example, you're like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Big time. Crexus, big man. Swing axe. Kill
and
people.
Like, Crexus, he's in the art.
Yeah, he is the...
It goes so quickly.
Yeah, he is the loading screen fill-in for the Primus.
Yeah.
Which makes you think, are we supposed to find out, I think this was tweeted, are we supposed to find out that the Primus is a bad guy and then Crexus takes up that role?
Who knows?
Maybe. Yeah.
But it's just more evidence. And of course, in a previous stream, we talked about the Trust Raid that was dynamite, the additional portal. There's like another bit of portal space in Oribos that just a lot of, you kind of see and think, There's also weird things that maybe they're just hints, maybe they're drop storylines, we don't know. But like Venari, what's she doing? The watchful,
just disappeared.
The watchful Raven.
To be that seemed more like a little tease.
Yeah.
That seemed more like a in 10.0. Khadgar's like,
I've been following you.
Yeah, not even that. He just goes like, man, you guys got up to some shit, didn't you? I'll talk about it over a cup of tea, but first we have to immediately launch into this quest because we have no time for downtime because we have no ability to make content.